probably more concerned with the, I suppose, the appointment and the staff that have come in with the manager. But I think I'd be like that with most people at this stage of the season, and looking at the group of players they have, it's going to be a big ask. You know, you look at Michael Carrick, whatever his remit was at Middlesbrough, I'm pretty sure was to probably get promoted. He didn't do that, so you can say he failed there. But it doesn't mean to say he's a bad manager. Obviously, that was a difficult job. But to get the opportunity, it's great. It's great for him. But I look at the staff he's brought in. We sit here every week talking about Man United being the best of the best, and at this moment in time, I don't see that, even with the appointment and the staff. But doesn't mean to say they can't get results. It's a great opportunity for him and his staff. But of course, I'm concerned. But I said that about the previous manager.
You're concerned because of his credentials, or are you concerned because of the way it's
a bit of everything?
About?
A bit of everything. The way it's come around, the staff, the decision making behind it, whatever's gone on upstairs. You sack a manager previously, then you go to Fletcher, and it's all happening. It just seems a bit of a circus act.
Isn't
really.
it just a bit of a needs must for now?
Yeah,
the situation they found themselves in.
Yeah, of course. And that doesn't mean to say they can't do well. And you know, there's still an opportunity. And if they start well today and get some momentum, I still think there's a great chance for the manager and the staff to get in the Champions League. That's got to be the aim. So it's not in terms of doom and gloom. I'm just giving my opinion on someone getting selected to be manager of Man United. My concerns. But again, if they're successful and they win matches to get in the Champions League, because that'll be the aim, then I'll take my hat off to them. But I've got concerns, of course.
Daniel, do you think that Manchester United right now, as of today, are a more dangerous proposition for Manchester City than they were a week ago, 2 weeks ago?
It's difficult to say. You know, the typical thing is, new manager comes in, it's a rebound effect, the players are going to change. But I think they're facing a tough team. You know, we know Manchester City are going for the title, they're going to be fired up and ready to go. But I think when you look at Michael Carrick and you look at the familiarity he has with the club, what a career he had here, and also I think the players will look to him and say, OK, cool, let's get rocking and rolling. It's a breath of fresh air in terms of the appointment. I feel as if I like the appointment of Steve Holland. I've worked with Steve in the past, you know, with England,
What's your experience
with Chelsea, with, you know, I think he's very good, fills you with confidence, fantastic coach. He knows the game up and down, and the one thing I can say is he absolutely fills his players with confidence. He makes you feel like you can, you know, perform to the highest degree, and that's what you need as a player. That's what they need now. They need someone to come in, fill the group with confidence, get them back to basics. Of course, formation-wise, you'd imagine there's going to be a change there. So there's going to be familiarity there, and there's players in the dressing room who've also worked with not just Michael Carrick, but with Steve Holland in the national team as well.
So we think it's just down to coaching now, doing good sessions. Do you not think the previous people were doing good sessions?
Well, I think...
like, obviously these people who come in, Holland is an experienced guy. There's no doubt in my mind he can take a training session. Of course, there's thousands of coaches out there with coaching qualifications. And I'm not knocking him, but was that Carrick's decision to bring him in? It's the dynamics of the group he's brought together. Would it be Woodgate?
Seems to be, Roy, that perhaps they were looking for someone from the outside with a bit more experience to help this group.
And I get that, but was that whose decision then was that? I agree with if Carrick's looking for somebody experienced next to him, but was it his decision, or is the decision being made above him?
Why does that matter?
Because you'd like to think Carrick's had his own experience with different coaches over the years. He must know people and network with people to say, well, why has he brought Johnny Evans in? Why has he brought Woodgate in? Because he's worked with them previously. No, they might lack the experience of Holland, but I've nothing wrong with bringing people in that you think you might have crossed. But surely there must be the top people at their jobs. And if we sit here and we go back to Holland and people say, bringing someone in to do it, so is it just about coaching sessions then that's going to fix everything at Man United?
I think it's more a feel-good factor. When we've talked about Man United previously, it's always been a little bit negative. The manager didn't want to change his system. I didn't think it was the right thing to let Amara go in this particular moment.
Right.
But now you want an ex-player who knows the players.
But what difference is that?
Because when you speak about Man United, it's all negative. You can bring in a player that can lift the crowd, for one, and it can lift the players. So I think it's a smart appointment. Do I think he's going to be amazing? We've got to see that. At Middlesbrough, it didn't work out. But in terms of a short-term plan, I think when you look at the overall picture of Man United, if you want a world-class manager, they might want a world-class manager right now who's not available. For a 6-month period, this might be the best option.
A world-class manager won't come here. He won't. A world-class manager won't come and work for him. Why? Because we see what's going on upstairs. The decisions being made upstairs. We have Carrick coming in already. Now we're sitting here going, they probably pushed Holland towards him.